Okay, next I would like to introduce a very, very special person to Byte Back. His name is Chris Tonjes. He is the head of IT for the DC Public Library. About a year and a half ago, Byte Back had an earmark in the budget of the City Council. It was a $100,000 earmark. We had gotten 2 of those previously. The budget had been passed. We were planning our programs, and the earmark fell through. It was the council had eliminated all earmarks in the budget altogether. So suddenly one day we had $100,000, the next day nothing. Soon, so I'm running around trying to figure out where am I going to come up with a substitution for this $100,000. And a good friend of mine introduced a good friend of hers, Chris Tonjes. And he had an amazing idea, which was to use a special fund called the Holden Bequest to initiate a brand new pilot project where we would teach 400 senior citizens in 6 months at 2 DC libraries. And guess what? We taught almost 500. That was the beginning of a beautiful friendship between Byte Back and Chris Tonjes. Soon after that program got started and really got up and running well, he started talking about applying for stimulus funds. At the same time, he spearheaded a couple of partnerships he arranged so that all of our graduates of that program would get 2 years of free internet from Cricket, which was worth $2,000. Then we worked on the stimulus application, and in August we were awarded Byte Back alone as part of a bigger grant. We were awarded $551,000 to teach 1,600 students over the next 2 years. All of the graduates of those programs that are low income will receive a free refurbished computer and 1 year of free internet from Cricket. So Chris is just really, he is so dedicated to bridging the digital divide in this city. I can hardly think of anyone who is more dedicated to that cause. He has worked tirelessly to make this happen, to put these deals and arrangements and partnerships together so that we can be successful. And truly, Chris, in the more popular terminology, Chris is Byte Back's BFF. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Chris Tonjes. And I would like to present him with this certificate of appreciation. This is not merely, I wish I could have bought him a car instead, but I don't think that's allowed. But here you go.
Thank you. I am so honored to be here. Earlier when we had the first round of classes that Kelly was mentioning at the Woodridge Library, we also had a graduation, and that was one of the best days of my work life, and this is also one of the best days of my work life. Seeing all of you here, all your energy, all your enthusiasm, and a whole bunch of doors have opened to you that you probably don't even know about. And I'll give you an example of what happened to me. I've been working for the DC government for 8 years, and I got my job because somebody found my resume online. They found me. I didn't find them. So now things like that can happen to all of you. There's all kinds of opportunities for fun and for friendship that probably you didn't have before you had access to the internet and computer skills. So this is a great day. I'm really pleased to do, and really I didn't do as much as Kelly says she did, but that's all right. I'm really pleased to devote the time that we devote to this. One of the library's central missions is bridging the digital divide, and this is a great way to do that. Our classes are great examples of services that we provide, and I would also like to say one thing about Byte Back. We would not have received, I don't believe, the funding that we got from stimulus funds if we didn't have Byte Back as a partner, because of their long reputation of being very well managed and delivering excellent services. And we see this every day, so I am so happy to be here. I'm so proud. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't exceed my time.
The next person I'd like to introduce is new to our town. Her name is Dr. Rochelle Webb. She is the acting director and probably seconds away from being the permanent director of the Department of Employment Services. She is one of our new best friends. We've been able to partner with DOES in several ways. We are one of their service providers, so that if you go to DOES and you need training, you can come to them for, they will send you to us for training in A+, Net+, Linux, etc. We also got a Green Jobs grant from them. That was before Dr. Webb's time. Yeah, she'll take credit anyway. I'll give it to her. She made sure we actually had the money in our hands, which is a really great program we're very excited about. And recently, just on Tuesday, we partnered. What we did might have been historic. We partnered together under the umbrella of DOES and wrote a grant proposal with 3 other partners to the Department of Labor. And that may be the first time that DOES has partnered up front on a grant proposal with another agency, and I'm just so thrilled that she's here in the district with us. She's a great visionary. She's out and about. I see her everywhere. I see her like 3 times a week. She's at every meeting that I ever go to, and she's very engaged and dedicated to improving the unemployment rate in our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Byte Back, for having me. Let me first say to all the graduates today, congratulations. I know you must be. And as Valerie said earlier, this is not the end, this is the beginning, a first step to whatever your next dream and your next accomplishment is. I was so glad to get the invitation from Kelly. She said, I'm going to have you out to graduation. I go, I'm going to get it on my calendar. And I'm sure she thought, oh yeah, right, because it takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get on your calendar because you're all out and about everywhere. But I really wanted to make it a priority to show that the Department of Employment Services is really dedicated to fulfilling the dreams of the residents here in the district. And we want to do that by increasing literacy, both in language literacy, financial literacy, and of course computer literacy. So all of you who are graduating today, whether it's through the suite of office tools that you've learned or your A+ certification, being prepared to take that certification, it is a testament to the will of the people of the district that we're able to come out of a great recession, that we're able to retool, retrain, and to meet the needs of employers who are looking to hire folks here in the districts. So I hope that very soon, those of you who are looking for work will be coming down to the department or to one of the career centers in your neighborhood, and we'll be able to work with you on your resumes, on your job readiness skills, and put you in touch with employers who often recruit through our very agencies, sometimes even having their job fairs in our locations as well. We are here and committed to, as Kelly said, improving the futures by getting people into jobs. The mayor has said that job creation and economic development is one of his 5 priorities for the district. And I want to make sure that we're not forgotten, and that as long as we hook education, people coming out of our education system, preparing to go to work with good curriculum, like the curriculum that Byte Back is able to offer, and then the internship to have hands-on experience is like unique. When you go into a classroom setting and you walk out with the book knowledge, that's one thing. But when you're able to walk out with the book knowledge plus that hands-on experience, you can go to employers and say, I know it right here, and I know it right here, and that's an advantage for employers who don't have to use time as training on the job. So congratulations. I don't want to get a sign saying I'm over my limit. I will say that the mission, what Kelly is trying to accomplish with Byte is very similar to the mission that we're trying to accomplish at the Department of Employment Services. And the department is open to working with any group who has that similar mission that we can see the residents of this district succeed. Thank you.